Well, we look at the digital divide. I mean, I think that the general term around the digital divide is whether or not a community has access to broadband connectivity. In First Nations communities, it's the broadband connectivity, it's the distribution to the homes, which is commonly called the last mile. But it's also the availability of computers in the communities. It's the availability of technical support, and it's the availability of user skills. So all of that is kind of how we look at the digital divide. And when you hear about the statistics that the BC government likes to point out that BC is the most connected province in Canada, more often than not, because of where they're located, it's the First Nations communities that are on the wrong side of the digital divide. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the technology in itself is only an enabler. It's a tool. But with that tool, from an economic development point of view, First Nations will have access to markets all over the world. From a health and education point of view, they'll have access to health services that they don't have in many remote communities. Many of the communities are fly-in only. And so a doctor may only come, if they're lucky, once a week, sometimes less frequently than that. It will open the opportunity for education to kids in the communities. Very often, you get to grade 8 or grade 9, a lot of the kids have to leave and go to other centers. Well, if they can stay in their own communities and get access to top-notch education, then their possibilities for a positive future are going to change. So there's all of those. This technology is a wonderful tool to revitalize culture and language. And so all of every aspect of community life will change when the digital divide is bridged. Mm-hmm.